Big Jim Stewart, the goalkeeping coach, alongside Walter there also. Lafferty. Kenny Miller. Rangers want that second before the break. McGowan. MacArthur. Gibson. Easton. Gibson, who came on as a sub for Swales. Tactical switch from Billy Reid. Easton. Making fair progress, Brian Easton. Unlucky.
I think the problem's been in the first half for Hamilton. They haven't managed to move the ball quickly enough and break quickly enough. When you're playing against the best defence in the SPL, you really have to try and do that and take the game a little bit more to Rangers. More in their faces, more tempo. That has to come in the second half, I think, if they're going to get back into this one.
Last minute of the first half, another minute to be added on. Weir.
The only worry for the away side would be that it's still only 1-0. Having controlled this first half, not created too many chances. Czerny with a couple of saves. I think that's the only thing. We've seen it so often this season. One goal is never enough, really.
Papac. Weir. Boyd. Ferguson takes over. Might go for goal again. And wasn't that far away. He's in the mood now.
Yeah, much more like it. As soon as he cuts inside, you know exactly what he's going to do, because it opens up for him just there. Gets his head up and over the top of the ball, but not quite enough. He's going for that top right corner. Good strike though.
I think the whistle will go on this goal kick. It will go before the goal kick, in fact. Well, he hasn't looked his old self this season, Barry Ferguson, a season that started late for him because of injury. But he's grabbed his first goal of the campaign. A neat finish right into the corner to give Rangers the lead in the first half. Hamilton have been awful, a pale imitation of the side that has done so well to win 5 of their last 6 matches in the SPL. They have to give it a go and get in about Rangers in the second half, that is for sure. A hugely disappointing first 45 minutes for them, and fortunate that there's only the 1 goal in it so far.
And Billy Reid did say before the match that he said to his players, go out and just play with a smile on your face. Well, I don't think they did that in the first half. I'm pretty sure he told them that at half-time.
3 of Rangers' next 4 SPL matches are at home to Inverness, Hearts and Motherwell. They're only away game in that sequence as it's struggling Falkirk, so they're looking to rack a few more points up yet, but a free kick has been given against David Weir for foul there on McGowan.
David Weir not happy. He thought he got the ball. We'll see here whether he did or didn't. Well, I don't think he did. I think he catches the back of McGowan. Well, this would be an important moment if Hamilton can get themselves back into it so early in the second half.
It is Brian Easton, who scored against Rangers here in October, but not that time. McGowan. Easton for McClenahan. Too near Alan McGregor. Lafferty. Davis. Actually, young McGowan who got back on defensive duty. Papach with his throw. Bugera. Weir. Miller. Weir returns it to Miller. Oh, Boyd was waiting and Mensing got there first. Well, Rangers had a stack of corners in the first half. They have another now. And once again, it'll be taken by Stephen Davis. Could Davis pick out this time? Boyd. Hamilton-Accies. They're making another change. Trent McClenaghan is going to go off. And on comes David Elabed, who's missed the last 5 matches with a hamstring problem. Played for 45 minutes for the reserves midweek. And getting almost 45 minutes against Rangers here. Gone into the heart of the defence. Usual position. McCarthy. Weir will watch that go behind.
You're just looking to see how that shapes things up for Hamilton. Billy Reid not frightened at all to ring the changes when things are not going well.
Ferguson.
Just looks like they've gone back to a 3 again, with 4 across, 5 across actually, and possibly McGowan just off Young, trying to push him on a little bit. Certainly McCarthy will push up as well. It just means that they'll be chasing it a little bit more, I think. Certainly need to do that.
Alex Neil charges in, back in the midfield role now. McGowan. Mensing to his right. Offiong. Ferguson. Davis. Broadfoot. Here is Alex Neil.
And I think that's maybe also tactical, pushing Alex Neil a little bit further forward because he can dictate things more in that midfield area.
McCarthy tripping Broadfoot. Hamilton well below par so far today. Rangers in a formidable mood, but with only Barry Ferguson's goal to show for it. Bugera sends it towards Boyd, who had 2 men on him. Look at Craig Thompson, Chris Boyd, wondering if there might have been a free kick coming his way. There's certainly a few arms flailing. Mensing behind McGowan. Edu and Mensing on a collision course, and it's going to be a yellow card for Simon Mensing.
It was a poor touch, a poor pass initially from Mensing, and he was forced into that challenge.
Been sent off twice this season, Simon Mensing, so he needs to be wary. Edu's on his feet. Ferguson is over the free kick. Edu. Lafferty. Spun inside. Allowed Easton to challenge. Ferguson, Miller. On for Papac. Well, no foul by McGowan. Papac was looking for a free kick. No problem for David Weir. Kenny Miller. Lafferty. Neil. Offiong.
Does show the scale of the problem for Hamilton. All internationalists in blue. Hamilton with none at the start of this match, and I think that shows now a little bit of quality to try and open up Rangers. So far, it's just not there.
Rangers, the top scorers in the SPL, and they have the best defence. Hamilton are going to have to breach that defence if they are to get something from this game. Last time they took a point off Rangers in the league, it was in 1954. Haven't met too often since, but enough. Broadfoot. Davis darting in. Broadfoot goes for goal. But Cherney saw it coming.
Well, that has been a feature of this match. When Rangers get into possession in these areas, Hamilton just backing off, allowing either the pass or the shot. It's a dangerous game to play.
Lafferty, Papac. Kenny Miller showing interest. Able to link up with Boyd. Papac. Weir. Lafferty. There's Northern Ireland pal. Stephen Davis was arriving. Cleared by MacArthur for McCarthy. Neil. Richard Offiong. Up against Broadfoot. Took him on. David Weir stooped. And Edu composed.
When you see that, you've got to have Offiong get into wide areas a lot more, just like Kenny Miller's doing now.
Well, Miller up against Canning. Poor pass though from Miller. Nowhere near Stephen Davis really. McGowan stopped by Papac. Ferguson for Lafferty. Rangers dominant this lunchtime, but they will want more to show for it than Barry Ferguson's first half strike, because you never know.
Well, the game is there for the taking. That's obvious. They just have to get that second goal. They must try and keep up the pressure on Hamilton. Keep asking questions.
Chris Boyd now will shoot and will get a corner. Corner kick number 11 for Rangers. All of them taken by Davis. Boyd off target.
Hamilton doing just enough.
And surprisingly, Chris Boyd has had more attempts on goal than any other player in the SPL this season. The next best behind him is Derek Riordan. Alex Neil.
At the moment, there's no out ball for Hamilton. There's no one willing to make runs into wide areas. It was something Mark Hateley managed to pick up on in the first half. It certainly hasn't really changed. Offiong once pulling out to the left-hand side, but they want to get back into this game, it's got to happen for them.
Chris Boyd has got himself a free kick. Elabert. Papac for Davis. Slammed it into the side netting.
It was the right idea because it was only Offiong there against two. Poor service in the end though. Must be better than that, Davis. Good position.
Stephen Davis, Rangers fan as a boy, and got to play for the team of his dreams. Pressed on loan last season before eventually making a permanent move. And McGregor gifting Hamilton-Accies a throw. As we approach the hour mark at New Douglas Park.
I think Billerud will be delighted that an hour into this game that they're only 1-0 down, because they haven't really played at all, Hamilton. That pass from Easton just sums it up, doesn't it? Well below par, all over the park. Something that he's not used to seeing of late.
Yep, Hamilton have been playing much better than this lately. Much better. Looks like Kenny Duka is going to come on, a man who scored a few goals against Rangers last season for Gretna. Before heading off to play in America. McGowan looking for a free kick. Right in front of Stuart McCauley, the assistant referee, who was rather disinterested and decided against it. Neil. Kenny Duka will be on. Next break of play. Easton robbed by Davis. Chris Boyd is prowling. And that's a good stop from Cherney. That could have put Rangers home and dry.
Well, that's a good stop. We saw a very similar goal against Kilmarnock where Miller serviced Boyd in a similar position as well. And that time Boyd scored, but not this time.
Offiong, it's bounced off Broadfoot, it's a corner kick for Hamilton. And they want to get Duka on for this, you would imagine. And that's the plan. Martin Canning is being replaced. Hamilton having a bit of an emergency at the moment, so calling for the doctor. Kenny Duka scored more goals against Rangers last season than any other player. 3 for Gretna, 2 of them at Ibrox a year ago this week. McGowan's corner. I think there was a foul. There'll be a free kick for a push.
Maybe just a little push there from Mensing on Weir. Wasn't too much in it though. Again, Hamilton shuffle things around. Mensing goes right back. With Canning going off. I think that means Duka and Offiong up front.
It's Hamilton's 25th formation of the match, I think.
Yeah, I can't remember a team changing so much in one match.
Kenny Miller will pounce on that. Now Edu. Needed a decent cross and it didn't get one. Bugera returns it. Dispatched by Elabert. More work for Bugera to do. Boyd. Lafferty. Tierney was never going to be too troubled by that.
Well, for all Rangers' possession and control of this match, Tierney's only had to make a handful of saves, and only a couple of those good ones. That still must give Hamilton some hope.
McCarthy. Offiong. Still only that one goal in it, and that is a real worry for Rangers. Pereira commanding. Boyd. Easton. Skipping away from Ferguson. Just managing to stay on his feet. McCarthy. MacArthur. Mensing. Flicked on by Juka. No way in for Offiong though. Admirably shot off by Sasa Papac.
I think he'll be disappointed that Rangers haven't lifted it again from the first half. They certainly looked like they had the possibility to do that, and they were playing just under themselves a little bit. Certainly, if you're looking at it, Hamilton still in this, very much in this. But it has been difficult for the younger players, MacArthur to really get involved. I think that shows how difficult it is when the rest of the team are not up to par. It's too difficult for young players like that to take the game by the scruff of the neck.
Offside here against Chris Boyd. 25 minutes left. Walter Smith, the second man to manage Rangers twice after Jock Wallace. If Rangers win, they will be 3 points clear of Celtic for a couple of hours at least. Gordon Strachan side, home to St Mirren at 3. And of course both teams in action again midweek. Rangers home to Terry Butcher's Inverness, Cally Thistle, Celtic at Kilmarnock. Offside Kenny Miller.
A little bit of frustration from the Rangers players that they haven't put this game to bed yet. Just creeping in.
Kenny Juka the target. Didn't actually reach him. Cleared by Edu. Boyd into the path of Edu. MacArthur will secure a goal kick.
That was good covering from MacArthur. Plenty of legs there, got pace. Read the situation well.
Not finding it quite so easy to finish Hamilton off this time, to close out this match. Offiong. Neil. Looking for McCarthy. Stopped by Papac. Lafferty.
It's difficult to read this game. Hamilton in the second half have been a little bit better, it must be said. Difficult to judge whether that's just Rangers taking their foot off the pedal a little bit, or whether that's because they have come out a bit stronger in the second half, but nonetheless, still that one goal separates them.
MacArthur. Powered away by Bugera. Davis will latch onto it. Chris Boyd chasing. Gibson though will keep him occupied. Did enough to put him off and forced Boyd into an early attempt. Rangers, like Hamilton, not giving much away in 2009. 9 games, 2 goals conceded. That's the size of the task facing Hamilton Accies, to try and breach them. And ball, although McCarthy could have actually continued. Alex Neil takes it. Offiong, Lafferty sends that on its way. And Kenny Miller's giving it a good chase. MacArthur has let it bounce there, which could be a problem. He's just about fended off Miller, who didn't look for a free kick, but the Rangers fans did.
He did well. He was strong. He almost lost out, but just managed to stay at his feet and use his body strength.
Broad foot for Boyd. Looked like a shove by Elibert. It was. It's a free kick. Decent territory this for Rangers. Cherney screaming at his wall. Papach, Davis over the free kick. Papach leaves it. Davis straight through to Cherney. Much ado about nothing. Pumped back by McGregor. Mensing. McCarthy. Not quite what David Weir had in mind. Chasing his own clearance. Stephen Whittaker is going to be on for Rangers imminently, and we hear he's going to take the place of Kyle Lafferty. Gibson, first half replacement for Swales. Easton, McGowan. Papach with a tidy challenge. There's Lafferty about to be replaced. And he's got a free kick.
You can see McGregor out there, getting stretched up, keeping himself warm because he's not had a save to make yet. It's got to be a worry for Billy Reid's men.
McGowan. Juka came off Weir. Offiong. Edu hounding McGowan now, conceding a free kick. MacArthur. Lazy touch from Offiong. Broadfoot towards Boyd, it came off Gibson. Elibert. Juka, wrong side of Offiong. The rain starting to tumble down fairly heavily at New Douglas Park now. Kenny Miller. Chris Boyd, but overcooked. I don't think Boyd's even going to get to that in time. Here comes that Rangers change. Kyle Lafferty being replaced by Stephen Whittaker, who has been stuck on the bench a fair bit lately. Missed a fair chunk of this season when he had an operation to remove a cyst on his knee.
Well, Lafferty started the game well, but drifted out of it. We know that Whittaker can't have an impact from the bench.
Bagheera for Papach, Whittaker to his left. Papach occupied by MacArthur. Davis. Whittaker. It's not the worst. Boyd!
That was a good ball. Picked out Boyd at the back post. Difficult one though to take. Certainly a difficult one to get back across Czerny. Stretching so much he was for that one. He's not had too many sniffs today.
Well, Hamilton will be relieved of that because he has scored 6 times against them this season. Just look at that, 18 goal attempts for Rangers to Hamilton's 1. And how many times have we seen that in games? Just the 1 goal for Rangers with a quarter of an hour remaining. Hamilton haven't looked anything like their usual selves today, but they are still in with the hunt. They're taking something from this game, unless Rangers can score a second. Ferguson looking to make it happen, but it bounced off Kenny Miller. The last 4 times Hamilton played in the top flight of Scottish football, they went straight back down. Doesn't look like that'll happen this time around though, changing the course of history. But they'll be disappointed with a worldwide audience today that they haven't really shown what they're about.
Yeah, it hasn't been like them. Billy Reid there on the sidelines. He won't give up though, certainly when there's just a goal in it. I think that give them a little bit of confidence in the last 50 minutes or so that they can try and get something out of this.
Chuka challenging with Weir. Easton. Rangers will be kicking themselves if Hamilton were to score, but they're looking for that second goal again. Davis feeding Boyd, and Davis has got himself into the box. Can he get to it? Yes, he can, but it's wide, and they still can't put this game to bed.
How often do we see this? So many chances, so many possibilities anyway. A difficult one for Davis to take. Well, maybe I'm being kind to him. He would have certainly taken it, you know that.
Whittaker clattering into MacArthur. Mensing will take this. Easton. Neil. Weir made a hash of the clearance. McGowan. Trying to shake off Ferguson. In from Neil. McCarthy robbing Whittaker. Wasn't much room for him, James McCarthy, but he's maintained some interest here for Hamilton Accies. Neil. Ferguson will close the door on James McCarthy. He scored the goal, but Rangers have been unable to add to it. Rangers lacking Pedro Mendes today, of course, with a thigh injury. Walter Smith reckons he has a slight chance of playing against Inverness Cali Thistle midweek, but more likely the Scottish Cup tie next weekend, which is against Hamilton Accies. And he also reckons Nacho Novo and Lee McCulloch will both be available for the Co-op Cup final the following week against Celtic. In fact, because of their cup commitments, Rangers only have 2 league games in the month of March. Hamilton plugging away for an equaliser which they would barely deserve, but so often that can happen in football.
Well, it's all about digging in though, isn't it? They have managed to have a little bit of luck as well today. So many attempts from Rangers, but as I say, we're still in this.
Mensing floated in, Chuka rising with Weir. Weir won it, McGowan blocked by Weir again. Easton crowded out, but he's hung in there. Elabert. McGregor able to grab that.
I don't know if we can call that a shot at goal. That's about as close as Hamilton have come to one.
We're into the last 10 minutes. McGowan. Had Weir breathing down the back of his shirt. Gibson. Easton. Neil. MacArthur. Kenny Juka. Turned out to be more of a defensive header. Juka, a prolific scorer in his days with Gretna, and off for quite the experience playing with Real Salt Lake in America. Scored a few goals on loan at St Johnstone last season. Broadfoot. Davis. Movement ahead from Chris Boyd.
He is working hard, Boyd. Maybe senses that if he were to get that goal, it would be all over, and it certainly would be. Hamilton, you've got to give them a little bit of credit. They have crept back into this game.
Here's McGowan on loan from Celtic. Scored against Manchester City pre-season for the Hoops. Mensing. Bugera clears. Neil.
That's it. A lack of quality at times, a lack of cutting edge from the home side, a lack of urgency. And that all adds up to a defeat in normal terms. I think they're surprised themselves that they're still in this one.
Next week Hamilton will be looking to repeat that famous Scottish Cup win of 1987 at Ibrox when they were there in the Scottish Cup this season. Went out at the quarter-final stage to Rangers in the Cork Cup. Now meeting them at the same stage in the Scottish Cup. Weir and Juka rising. Papach away. MacArthur. McGowan. And, well, target from Alex Neil. Stephen Naismith is going to be the latest arrival. Recently returned from Abe Bumsad injured with ligament damage. And he's going to come on now in place of Kenny Miller. Miller with 4 goals in his last 2 games, but unable to keep that kind of scoring form going. Naismith and Boyd, both former Kilmarnock players, up front now. McCarthy. Richard Offiong. David Weir standing firm. Naismith. There's a late one which will bring a yellow card, you suspect, the way of Alex Neil. And Ferguson gets a yellow card for his show of dissent. Papach towards Boyd. Offside against Naismith.
It's important when you want to win titles, that you're able to win games by a single goal. Tight matches, when you've